Hey guys, Rukshan here. Thanks for joining me for this video. Qantas has come out in full support of the Yes campaign. That's right. Qantas Australia, the flying kangaroo, the Australian Airlines have jumped in on the referendum by supporting the Yes campaign. Now, here you have an image of Qantas CEO Alan Joyce, Prime Minister Albanese, Noel Pearson, the Indigenous Affairs Minister, I think that's Adam Goodes and a few other people there who are involved with the Voice to Parliament campaign for the Yes side, Yes 23. So what we're going to have is 3 Qantas aircraft painted or with this signage that says Yes 23. And of course, Qantas have also put out a statement, which I'll read just to give you a background of why they are supporting this. It says, Qantas, flying support for the Voice as Qantas Group unveils Yes aircraft. The national carrier today confirmed its support for the Yes campaign ahead of upcoming referendum for an Indigenous voice to Parliament and unveiled special livery on these 3 Qantas Group aircraft. The livery features a Yes 23 campaign logo, will be carried on 3 aircraft as Qantas Boeing 737, a Qantas Link Dash 8 turboprop, and a Jetstar Airbus A320. Qantas Group CEO Alan Joyce said support for an Indigenous voice to Parliament continued the national carrier's long commitment to reconciliation and, more broadly, the notion of a fair go. Qantas has a long history of supporting reconciliation with First Nations people, from the Aboriginal artwork on our in-flight magazine in the 1960s and our aircraft since the 1990s, to our support for constitutional recognition in 2014, public support for the Uluru Statement of the Heart 2019, and our First Nations employment and supplier commitments. Now, Qantas, of course, is no stranger to being a woke virtue signaling company. They jump on many bandwagons and they are very proud of their involvement in these type of causes. Now, the Voice to Parliament at the moment, it appears, just according to polling and just general public sentiment, that much of the public in our country are opposed to it and are in the no camp. And we're seeing this consistently represented in polls across the country, across the states as well, which are very vital. So why has Qantas decided to alienate many of their customers, almost more than half of their customers if we go by the polling, and jump on the referendum bandwagon on the side of yes? Well, Qantas is a notorious company that we know during the pandemic, at least with these vaccine mandates and these draconian measures that we saw, that many people like myself continue to call coercive, almost forced, in the sense of vaccination passports and vaccine mandates for workers. And I'm pretty sure Qantas is amongst those companies that actually treated most of their employees like crap during that time and even let people go who were not partaking in this coercive vaccine mandate system. And of course, they were checking vaccine passports and not allowing people to fly and so on. So this is not a company that has a good track record of not being involved in subjugating people to all sorts of things at the behest of government. In fact, they get a lot of government support during these times, almost bailed out by taxpayers, really. Is it any wonder that Qantas here is standing side by side with the Albanese government? Even if it was a Liberal government, they would stand side by side, because at the end of the day, Qantas is looking out for itself and its bottom line, and they believe that these type of things will benefit them. I don't buy into their whole shtick about a fair go. If they believed in a fair go, they would treat their employees fairly, right? If they believed in a fair go for Australians, maybe they would look after their baggage handlers or even just that system itself, right? How many times has Qantas screwed up things like this, flight delays? Of course, we also heard in that press release, if I'm not mistaken, that one of their Jetstar Airbus A320 aircraft will also have the Yes logo painted on it. Now, yes, Jetstar has had a woeful track record over the last couple of months, just screwing over Aussie customers of all persuasions, right? Whether they're yes, no, vaccinated, whatever it is, Jetstar has been horrendous for Australians. And here they are when they should be focusing on everything else in this company to make it a proper, decent company that gives people a fair go when they book tickets and give them good money. Instead, they're painting stuff on their plane and participating in this type of corporate virtue woke signaling that these companies love to do. And look, Qantas, just joins a long line of corporations in this country, whether it be Pfizer Australia, almost all of the sporting codes, or Woolworths and Big W, these companies who have jumped on this bandwagon and are telling Australians that they need to vote yes. Regardless of what Australians think, they're using their marketing might, their big dollars, right, their status in society as these trusted brands sometimes to tell people how they should participate in this political process, which is a major political shift in our country. If it does go through, it's a constitutional change at the end of the day, but we have these corporations involving themselves in politics. What do you guys think? Many users online are saying that they're going to boycott Qantas or never going to fly a Qantas plane again, and so on. Is this something that's worthy of a boycott? I definitely believe that these companies should not be involving themselves in any of this political grandstanding. But of course, it's very hard to stop them from doing this, and what the result of this will be is hard to say, right? How Australians will react to this. Do we like being told by these corporations, many times these multinational corporations, how we should direct our votes, right? Do you like that? Is that what you want? Do you do things based on what Qantas is doing and what the CEO of Qantas doing? I would say most Aussies are not in that frame of mind. I might be proven wrong at the end of all of this, but I feel like all this push that we're seeing right now, all this virtue signaling that we're seeing around this, this attempt to make people believe that they are racist or they are not in tune with what the community values are, what the values of corporate Australia, if somehow corporate Australian values, if the values of Qantas actually represent Australia, really, do they anymore? I mean, these are all interesting notions that I don't buy into. And I think a lot of smart Australians out there will not be buying into this crap. And this might actually be putting them off. Anyway, guys, if you're enjoying my videos, you can follow along on X, YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey, and Facebook at The Real Rukshan. Or you can look up my name, Rukshan Fernando. See you guys next time.